What's up, everybody? So, as most of you guys can tell, this is my first YouTube video. My name is Saul. This is my homie Watson right here. Today's video main purpose is to tell you guys about BASIC and AIT and the whole process. I couldn't find any real information on it, so that's why I'm making this video. And it was hard to kind of tell what I was getting myself into, which is what they actually try to do, but it's irritating. So what the Army is, it's a lot of hurry up and wait, and it's ridiculous.
Just hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait.
We both came to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for BASIC, and we went to Alpha Battery 179. He was in my battery in a different platoon. The first phase is red phase, and if you're looking stuff up, you probably already know this.
Worst phase.
Red phase is kind of where they just beat you down and yell at you for 3 weeks, which is, they actually do that the whole time, but I guess it gets a little bit better, but it doesn't, because white phase and blue phase, you guys are more responsible. You guys are supposed to be more responsible, but our battery was ass, and excuse my words, but our battery sucked, and it was just dumb. So we got yelled at even more, white phase, blue phase. They actually can hold you from going on to the next phase, but we were supposed to transition to white phase on, what was it? On a Saturday?
Yep, and it ended up getting taken away from us. Because if you don't do what they tell you to do, they take it away.
And yeah.
Let me see. Blue phase is like the easiest phase. It's like where you go back over everything you learned throughout the cycle, basically. And you have like a couple work marches, which is like you march with like full gear on. Flick is a vest, but it has canteens, make the whole canteens and like grenades and stuff like that.
It was the 4K, the 12K. No wait, the 4K, the 8K, the 12K, and the 16K. The worst was actually not the longest. It was the 12K. We don't know why, but it really did feel the worst. To me, it felt the worst because we could have just got the last 4K done and finished with it, but we didn't. And they didn't track it right, so we got back to the battery before it was 12K. So we had to walk around the battery like 3 times, and it was irritating. So that was the only one where I actually got a blister. A lot of other people got blisters every time we rucked. So it really depends on your boots. You really need to get the right size boots and make sure they fit right, not too tight. You got to make sure you tie them right and not too tight. There's a lot of factors that go into it. What else? The food really isn't bad at Fort Sill. The defect is just a lot of the food tastes processed almost. It's actually healthy food. They have red coated food, yellow coated food, and green coated food. They give you meal plans. You don't really have to follow it, but you probably should. I could have lost a lot more weight and could have been way better off if I did follow it. But every Sunday, they have burger days where they have burgers at the DFAC. Let's see, you march everywhere. You wear colored belts. There's a certain amount of requirements and activities that you have to do. What was the first qualification? Like, what did we have to do first?
The first qualification was, it wasn't really a qualification, like before rifle marksmanship.
Yeah.
The first qualification was rifle marksmanship, in which you qualify with a rifle. So.
And there's a lot of changes happening at the moment. We had a qual with either the iron sights or what was the site called?
Not NCOs. What is it called?
I can't remember. CCCs.
CCO.
Was it close combat? Oh yeah, CCO. Close combat optic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. But now they're changing it to where you have to qualify with both.
Yep.
And you have to get a 23 out of 40 targets. I got a 26, which is marksman. Anything 30 to 36 is sharpshooter, and 37 to 40 is expert. My man over here got sharpshooter. He got a 30, I think. RM, let's see what else. There's grenade qualifications, which are like probably the easiest thing you have to do other than going to the range, because every range you go to will suck. The bathrooms smell because they're outhouses. It will be really hot. Well, we were there in the summer and it was really hot and it sucked. The cold, it'll suck too, because they'll have a reason to smoke you.
Yep.
To make you warm.
They'll smoke you by anything.
Yeah. And everything you do is with your gear on. Your assault pack gets laid down in a formation. When we get to ranges, we took buses to ranges, and we didn't really rug to ranges, which we were probably supposed to. And a lot of NCOs say they didn't take any buses anywhere, but I mean, that's the old Army. This is a new Army, which is what they always say. So every time we got to a range, we would have to quickly put our assault packs down in a formation. So form up, drop our assault packs really fast. And if you were the first platoon where all the other platoons dress off of you, you would have to do it really fast, or you'd get messed up. I'm trying not to cuss, but basic is a lot of hurry up, and if you don't, you're gonna get yelled at and dropped. It's a lot of push-ups continuously. I mean, during the day, it really doesn't feel like you're doing a lot of push-ups, but once you're done with basic and you look back, like it's a lot of push-ups, which really affects your PT test, because when I was there, my max score was probably like a 240 out of 300. And right when I got here, I got a 269, like right off the bat. And I feel like it's because we weren't working so hard every day, so that helped. So basic, you don't be disappointed on any score you get unless it's failing. You still have to pass it. And it's what is it? 50. It's a 50 in every event.
In each event. The 3 events is push-ups, sit-ups, and running.
Yeah.
The running part, you have to run 2 miles, and for the males, you have to run 2 miles in under 16 minutes. Was it 16:35?
I think it was 15:54.
Or 15:54, and it's hard. You get tired, but you gotta push it, so you gotta think about it. I'm gonna pass this PT test, because if you don't pass it, you get recycled, and you start from day 1 of basic training. Don't nobody want that, because once you get the basic, you're gonna see how it actually is.
Oh yeah, recycle. That's another thing. Our basic consisted of a lot of 18-year-olds mostly, so there was actually probably like 6 people that got recycled, and you really don't want to get recycled. It's not hard to get recycled, but it's not easy either. If you fail one PT test, they give you another chance, and like unless you really don't try. Like a lot of people say, if you don't try, you're gonna fail. Just if you don't try. If you try, and you try your hardest, you will pass. You don't fail unless you quit, which is what I heard before I got here. But I didn't really know a lot because there was really no information out there. So I'm gonna try to provide the most information I can. So if there's any questions after this video, please comment and also subscribe when you're doing that. So we will be making a second video to this. So
actually, we'll be making multiple videos, because we're gonna show how it transfers from hell to heaven. Right now, we're on earth right now. We went from hell, which is basic. Right now we're on earth. This is what you get once you graduate basic. You get to have your phones. And I just got this brand new iPhone XS Max. The new one, XS Max.
And it's really cool because like you can buy things like this. You gotta watch with your money, but I mean, you've been saving your money the whole time through basic, so you really have some money to spend, and you don't really have to pay for much other than your phone bill, and unless you have something back home that you're gonna pay for, like a car or something. So basic was a lot of being together with a lot of the same gender, and it sucked. Yes, the showers, you will shower with other males or females with females, and I mean, there's no getting past it because there's lights out and you can't shower after lights out, which people did, but you're not supposed to. And after like rucking back, we would have to go upstairs, change, shower in what, like 10 minutes,
10 minutes, sometimes even less.
and then come down and be in formation. So you will have to shower. You can't wait. You will have to shower. There will be a line of males getting into the shower, and you have to get in there. I mean, sometimes people share shower heads. It's a lot of people in the same thing. You never get personal time. You're supposed to get about like an hour and a half, but the most personal time we've had was like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Sundays are real stress relievers. Even though we don't get the whole Sunday, we get from the morning after breakfast chow to when church services, people that went to services get back. And then at 1300, we learn things in our platoon about what we're doing, studying for tests that are coming up. The tests weren't hard, but if you don't pass them, well, it kind of depends on your platoon sergeant, your drill sergeant. Our drill sergeant, she didn't really have any faith in us, so she threw away our first test. I don't know what his drill sergeant said, but she didn't even check our first test. I did good on it. I know I passed it, but then again, your drill sergeant can check it, and that's another way you can get recycled if you don't know your stuff.
Yep.
Let's go into what else? Talk about grenade any long? Grenade qualifications. That's everyone's favorite because you really don't do much. You just throw fake grenades everywhere, and it's kind of cool because you throw it and it pops, and like smoke comes out of it. There was like 6 stations to grenade qualifications. There was one station where you have to crawl up to a little bunker and hold the grenade for 5 seconds or for 3 seconds, throw it in, and it pops off. So it's called a cook-off, I believe. It's called a cook-off.
Yeah, cook-off.
What was another station? Oh, there's a station where we stood about 70 meters back, no, probably 50 meters back behind a little wood, and you would have to peek up, go down, prepare your grenade, but you have to prepare your grenade right, and then you get up, perform the throw, and make it inside the circle that the targets are in. If you don't make it in the circle, then you'll get an X on that event. You have a total of about 3 extra grenades, and that's after 10 grenades? Yeah. So it's 13 grenades total, and some people actually didn't qualify, but they had a chance to do it. So like, you really can't fail at grenade qualifications, and if you do, you suck, because it's easy. Then again, that can be different based on your battery, so don't take my word for it. I'm trying to tell you everything that we know and what we went through. The ruck marches, even if it's cold, you will sweat because of the gear that you have on. You have your assault pack with everything you have in it, which they make you put certain items in there, especially when you go to FTX. We need to talk about that too. Ruck marches, when you're walking, I mean, there's no talking, there's no nothing. You're carrying your rifle, your M16, which some batteries and some battalions have M4s, which are just smaller. So pray that you get those because they weigh less. M16 weighs about 7 pounds, which isn't a lot until you carry it on a ruck march and you're carrying it everywhere. So when we got to basic, I couldn't wait to get my rifle and I was happy. But once we got them,
once we got the rifle, man,
and we had to lug them around everywhere
that you go, you have to carry those rifles everywhere, and they got so freaking aggravating, man.
If you left it around somewhere, like your whole platoon will get dropped, and it won't be a good day. Police your battle buddies. Police them. Because our even here, our battery sucks. And a lot of people don't listen when somebody tries to correct them because we're the same level as them, so they just say off, Let them know that it's real. The drill sergeants will be chill with you inside of just your platoon time when there's no other platoons around, but you guys really need to control that chillness to when you get outside and you get information. Don't talk information at all.
At all.
Like at all.
They catch you talking, either they're gonna drop you and just you, or either they drop the whole formation. That's how it goes.
And I mean, other than that, you probably will get dropped anyway, but that's just because you need to do push-ups. Eating, you need eating sucked. So either you can go to the chow, DFAC, which is the cafeteria, or they'll bring you, what are they called?
Hot A's.
Hot A's, that's what it's called. And they're food inside of little green boxes. They come from the DFAC, and each platoon at a time lines up, and you come stand in your platoon area and hold your food until your whole platoon is there standing with your food, and then they tell you to sit down, and you do sit on the ground and you eat. And sometimes there was wind, and it did not matter. That wind blew our food over, and that was that. Let's see what else. There is a shark attack. I expected a shark attack when I got to reception, because I flew in, I got on a shuttle, and we got to reception, and I expected our shark attack then. But your shark attack doesn't actually happen until you get shipped from reception to actual basic. You will have a lot of stuff. Like, you will inevitably have a lot of stuff. I had 2 green bags and my personal bag. So I had to carry that stuff. And the green bags that they give us are really big. Well, I mean, they're big. And they're heavy because you have all your stuff in there, and you have 2 of them, and we didn't have our gear yet. No, we didn't have our gear yet. So my apologies. It's 1 big green bag and your personal bag. So you're lugging all that. And you're coming across. We went across because the battery we were going to was right across reception. So we carried our stuff across. The drill sergeants were like lined up on the sidewalk on either side watching us run, yelling at us and telling us to hurry, hurry, hurry. We got into on the drill pad, and that's a big pad, of concrete, big area where most of what goes on in basic happens. We got there, they yelled at us, told us to put our bags down, moved us, then we had to go back to our bags really quick. I actually didn't get dropped individually. I never got focused on individually, I guess. I always did things quick as possible, as fast as possible. I wasn't really noticed. So, I mean, that's a good thing to be at first. But once you're past red phase, or probably halfway into red phase, you want to be noticed as that leader, so you can be up there and get not nominated but selected as one of the honor grads and try to actually be one of those awardees. I mean, it doesn't really matter per se, but I mean, it feels good. You get noticed at graduation. I wasn't distinguished honor grad, but I was an honor grad. There was a few of us. And yeah, you really look forward to graduation. Sleeping, there's about 60 people in one bay, and you get sick of all of them. It sucks. Like, you will form a relationship with someone, most likely your battle buddy underneath you or above you on your bunk bed, and you guys get situated and you really don't have anyone else to talk to, so you just make friends because there's no one else. I'm gonna tell you guys need to be careful with that, because there are people that will seem like you're a friend there and then just leave you out to dry. Yeah. So basic, just don't quit. That's the only way to fail, is to quit. It's rough. It gets rough, especially during white phase, because you can't wait. You have about 4 weeks left until the end of basic. After the 5th week, 4th week, I mean, just those last weeks go by so slow. And there's a lot of brutality. Oh, FTX. We need to talk about FTX.
Oh, FTX. That's something that you might like. I wouldn't guarantee it, because staying 3 nights in the field with no showering, eating hot A's, bugs everywhere, and then barely a little light it's not comfortable. But if you're the type that like to camp, then you're gonna like it. You have some ups and downs. Training was fun. You get to shoot blanks with your rifle. That was like the only fun part about it.
Yeah, we got these little tents to sleep in, and they're 1-person tents. And I'm probably a little bit bigger than the average 1 person, so it wasn't very comfortable. We didn't have pillows. I used my assault pack. I don't know what everybody else did. But I used my assault pack, which is our replacement for rucksacks. We didn't have rucksacks. We had assault packs. I don't know why, but I mean, yeah. I used that for my pillow. We had a sleeping bag and a tent, and it sucked. Getting ready in the morning, you couldn't come out of your tent unless you were in your uniform. So it's getting ready in a tight space. Well, actually, I didn't even change. Actually, a smart thing to do is just leave your clothes on unless they're really dirty and you need to change. I just left my OCPs on, and I took off my top and was just in my shirt, and just woke up and put my boots and my top on, and I was good to go. You do pull a fire guard still, so you wake up super cold, walk around with your red flashlights, walk around your tents, and then go back to bed. Let's see what else about FTX. FTX is really just it's field training exercise, which is what it stands for. They mainly teach you like maneuvers about like when you come in contact, how to move as a group, like such as wedges, files, when to do wedges, when to do files, what areas not to go through, LDAs when you're in danger areas, how to move through LDAs. Let's see what else. That's about it. But You know, it's a lot of moving around, hurrying, sweating. I can't remember a time where I didn't sweat in basic. It's a lot of stuff. The days actually do go by quick, and it's not that bad. It does go by quick once you look back at it when it's done. And plus, when you're done, you come to AIT, and you're just, it's amazing. You can order food on the weekends. Well, our battery, I don't know if this is everywhere, but there's phase 1, phase 4, and phase 5. I don't know what happened to 2 and 3. I guess they just didn't make any for 2 and 3. Your phase 4 when you get here, and for phase 5 you need to start class, obviously, have a 90% or higher GPA, and 250 on your PT score.
Also some other requirements.
Some people it's hard, some people it's not. You don't get phase 5 plus, there's 5 plus. You don't really get that unless you graduate. And we're graduated, we just graduated AIT. So on the next video, we will be talking about getting to AIT and whatever questions you have about basic. Please let me know and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Oh, wait. We will be posting funny videos too. So stay tuned into this channel if you want to have a good laugh. Yeah, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Bye.